Watch this. Tomorrow's schedule at a clinic, 14 patients. I'm going to ask all 14 insurers one question. Are they going to be covered tomorrow? 7 are fine, 6 have problems, 1, nobody could answer. This policy is not active. This member ID did not match anyone at the payer. This one is covered with $7,500 of deductible left. And the front desk only hears about the 6 patients that have problems. I'll build the whole thing with you in 10 minutes, and I'll flag the step where most people's version quietly breaks. Okay, so before we start building, let's take a look at what this is going to look like, right? So this is our first workflow. It's going to run at 7 a.m. and then we're going to look at our CRM, and then we're going to place requests to a clearinghouse called Steady. We're going to use mock data here, and what Steady is going to do is give us details about each patient, whether they're covered, whether their policy is active, whether they have already met their deductible or not, and those details are going to be logged to a verification results sheet, right? If we need to retry for whatever reason we couldn't reach their API, we're also going to mark that record as a retry record. Then we come to the second workflow. We're going to look at the verification results that we have received from Steady. Then we go to route by problem type. For the patients, let's say there are 6, an email is going to be sent to our front desk, letting our front desk know the problems that each of those 6 patients have, and what we need to do to be able to resolve them. It's also at the same time going to send an email to each of those 6 problem patients, letting them know that, hey, once you come in tomorrow, you need to fix this before you show up for the appointment to go well. And then finally, what we're going to do is, again, look at the verification results sheet, and then based on the appointment type of the patient, we're going to count the revenue that is at risk. And we're going to send an email to our front desk letting them know, hey, of these 6 patients that have currently problems, and if they're not resolved, we're going to lose so much amount of money. Now, alright, so first let's take a look at our CRM. So I have a whole list of appointments with patients' names, the service they want to go for, the doctor name, the service price, etc. 2 things that are important here are the payer name. So this is which health insurance provider that they have, along with their member IDs for each of them. And this is information that we're going to use when we hit the API for the clearinghouse that is going to give us information on whether these policies are active, etc. You'll see the verification status for all of them is pending because we haven't done the eligibility check yet. I have my verification results tab empty at the moment. And we also have some clinic rules. And so these you can think of as variables. So how many days ahead do you want to check for eligibility? And that's set over here. So if you want to do this 2 or 5 days prior to their appointments, you only need to change this value right here. What is the high deductible threshold? So the dollar amount of remaining deductible above which we warn the patient before their visit, right? The front desk email is next. The clinic NPI, which is a 10-digit provider NPI that is sent with every eligibility check, and a couple of email templates in case of a bad insurance card that they've provided or a high deductible problem. And then our daily summary tab is also empty at the moment. And this is steady.com. You'll see I've created an API key. This is the clearinghouse, like I mentioned. And on this page, you'll see the API request format and the response format that we will get. And so in our workflow, we're going to hit this particular portal with the format it expects a request in, and we're going to capture the response and add it to our. All right, so I'm inside Claude Code. I just shot my first prompt off. This is going to be the workflow that will check for patients' eligibility, the people who have appointments tomorrow, and hit the Steady API to see if their insurance cards are ready to go. Claude has finished building the workflow. This is what it's looking like. Let's go node by node to understand what this will do. So it's going to trigger at 7 a.m. every day. It's going to get the clinic rules, right? This is where we define the variables. Then we're going to have or get any prior results that we may already have. In this case, since we're running it for the first time, we don't. We're then going to get the appointments. And so this is the appointments sheet that we're talking about. We're going to select the due appointments, which means select only those ones that have an upcoming appointment for tomorrow. We're going to find all those appointments, loop over them, all right? And then we're going to build a Steady request. This Steady is basically the API request that we need to build out to be able to hit Steady's API. Steady, remember, is the clearinghouse. And if we find that we do have insurance data for that particular patient, and if that's true, we're gonna hit Steady's API only if we have insurance data. You'll see the header off in this case is my Steady Test API, which I got from steady.com. And then we're gonna classify the results. Once we have the results and we have the verification outcome, we log that to our sheet. So this is where it'll get logged. You'll see it has fields or columns like problem detail and problem type, network status. Those will get filled out. We're then going to update the appointment status. So I just shot off this prompt. This is for the second workflow. This is inside Claude Code that is connected to my N8 and MCP. Let's see what Claude Code can do for us. All right, Claude Code is done. It said it's validated everything. Let's go ahead and look at the workflow in N8N. All right, so this is the new workflow that just got built. It says front desk work list. Let's now look at each node. It's going to run every day at 7:30, and you'll see it starts off pretty much the same way as the first workflow, where we're going to get the verification results, and then it's going to build the work list, right? So it identified the patients that have problems from that sheet, and then it's going to create an email with HTML and send it to our front desk, right? It's, if you remember, it's also got the patient emails, of course, from this particular node, the Google Sheet node. And then it's going to loop over the patients. And it's also going to send each patient that has a problem with their insurance an email so that they can be prepared before coming into tomorrow's appointment. And it's going to send them an email, log the patient email, and then again, we're going to wait 2 seconds before we do it for the next patient. And this is where it's going to log it. We're in the verifications results tab. And then this is the place where these two columns are the ones that are going to get filled out. So let's go ahead and actually test this out. That's the fun bit, right? So I've started the workflow. You will see it's already sent the front desk an email, and it's now starting to send out emails to all of our patients. So let's go take a look at our CRM and see what's happening. You'll see all these records have started to come through. 3 of them are already complete. And then this is the email that got sent to front desk. So you'll see we have details about each patient. Jane Doe's coverage was not active, and we're also mentioning what the front desk needs to do, which is call before the visit. No email has been sent. For John, their member ID wasn't found. Automated email going out now, and watch out for a reply with a photo of their insurance card. And the last 4 are high deductible issues, and you'll see the CRM is now completely filled out. And this is what an email to a patient looks like. We're saying, hey John, your visit is almost here. When we checked your insurance, did not come back as valid. Please reply with a photo of your current insurance card. And this next one is sent out to James. While your insurance is active, you still have $7,500. We'll only be charging you the $95 for the sports physical visit. But if you'd like to discuss any payment options, feel free to give us a call. Isn't this amazing? Okay, last and final workflow. I just shot this prompt off. What this workflow is going to do is give the front desk a daily summary. And so for all of the patients that had problems, what is the revenue at risk? So it's going to collate all of the information of the 6 patients or 5 patients that have problems. And then it's going to give us a dollar amount that we do stand to lose if those issues aren't fixed for their upcoming appointments. All right, so looks like Claude Code has done its magic. Let's go over to N8N. Okay, so this looks like it's the simplest of the 3 workflows. And you'll see it starts off in the same manner with a trigger. It's going to get information from our CRM. It's going to compute the daily summary. And this is basically a code note that's going to add all of the revenue associated with the patients that have problems, right? And then it's going to append this to the CRM again. And this is where it's going to go. You'll see we have a daily summary tab. So this will likely get filled out, and we are also going to get an email. So let's get to the fun bit and test this out. All right, it's going through the nodes, and you'll see it's already sent us an email. So let's take a look at the CRM first of all. You'll see this is now filled out, and we're seeing that the revenue at risk is $800 because we have a problem count at 6, clean count at 7. The top problem type is high deductible. And this is the email that the owner has just received. $820 of tomorrow's revenue is at risk across 6 of 14 checked appointments. Front desk needs to call 2 patients today before they arrive. Most common issue was high deductibles. The remaining 7 checked out. So with this, we have our 3 workflow system complete end to end and ready to go live. So here's the insight. The AI is deliberately not making the decision. Covered status comes back as coded, structured data from the insurer. So the classification is just plain rules. Claude only writes the wording of the patient emails. Most people build this the other way around and hand the billing judgment to a model, which is exactly the part that must never be probabilistic. So that's the whole thing. Every appointment tomorrow checked against the actual insurer overnight, and a front desk that walks in knowing exactly which 6 people to call and which 7 to just leave alone. The part that I'd take away from this, even if you never build it, the answer was always available. Nobody had the 20 minutes a day to go and ask for it. That's most of what automation actually is. If this was useful, subscribe. I build one of these for a different business every week, and the next one's for a business that's losing money in a place nobody's looking. And if you know someone who's running a practice who's still finding this out at the front desk, send it to them. Take care.